Welcome back. We got our three poems that were turned into a TDA. We've already started, but we'll use this pre-writing together and make sure we start off on or continue on the best foot we can. Just a quick reminder that we need to slant the computer screen at this moment, right? Or the smart board at the top of the room. Slant, sit up, listen, ask and answer questions that are appropriate to the topic at hand, like not the bathroom, not moving your seat, not your pencil, not Purell, not anything besides the lesson and the essay itself. And then track the teacher. In this case, the teacher is most likely coming from the smartboard, but when he pauses it or she pauses it, then you can go ahead and keep track of where they are. There's a little song to go with it too. It goes SLANT. Sit up, listen, ask, answer, nod, track the teacher. Hey, the teacher. Let's try it one more time. Oh, it's so catchy. SLANT. Sit up, listen, ask, and answer, nod, track the teacher. Hey, the teacher. We'll work on that song. So please make sure you slant the front of the board right now as you live and breathe. So we got our three poems: Turtle Watchers, Nature is What We See, and The Sparrow, and four different ways of thinking about these poems: distinctions, systems, relationships, and perspectives. We took the time as a class yesterday or today to talk about how we could apply some of these words: contrast, pinpoint, describe, type, stereotype, take apart, relationships, and perspectives. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try using some of these words to get our essay started. So let's see, we've got the word complement and describe. Let's go ahead and enter them there. Complement, describe. Okay, so a good opening idea, since the prompt is asking us how do the poets develop the theme of nature throughout their poem, well, is to realize these poems are together for a reason. They each complement each other. So all three poems complement one another. Period. Do we have to stop there? Not at all. They all focus. Ooh, and I got one here. Let's get rid of focus and go. They all describe nature. Period. So we've got the word describe and we've got the word complement. And we can use that one. I would say that would be a good one for either for your first body paragraph, and probably it would be good for your context. So let's say your topic sentence is you focusing on just the first poem. Perhaps it's going to be the Hogan one, right? And you're saying something along the lines of Hogan develops the theme of nature's importance using imagery, let's say, right? The imagery of the turtle swimming alongside the human being. And then context is sort of built up to the quote from the poem you're going to use. All three poems complement one another. They all describe nature. And then you could get a little more specific. Hogan specifically describes the life of a turtle. And not just any old turtle, a sea turtle. You may take a moment right now to update your notes so you can have these sentences and sentence starters. Go ahead. What a tune. So make sure now that it's back on, we slant. SLANT. Track the teacher. That's the person who's talking. All right. So there's slant back at you again. So now we're going to talk about systems. And I think there's two helpful phrases from here. Perhaps you got different ones. Of course, that's fine. Part and whole and nature. So let's go ahead and put those words here too. Part / whole and nature. And I think for this one, we might think about our second body paragraph, the Emily Dickinson poem. Topic sentence: Emily Dickinson in Nature is What We See develops the theme of nature's importance using point of view. Right? And then you can describe how she uses the part and the whole to set up her poem. Right? She describes different parts of nature, like dot dot dot, and you can go ahead and revisit the poem there, right? Um, like blank 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 to describe the whole of nature. And then you can go ahead and find a quote there because we managed to use both words in the same sentence again. We're champs, right? And then, of course, after your context, you have a quotation from the poem, and then an explanation, just like always. All right. Next, we've got the word connect and contact when it comes to relationships, right? What sort of relationships exist in this poem? Well, we could think in terms of make sure you're slanting the board right now. Make sure for that third body paragraph, we're using the words connect and contact. Dunbar develops the theme of nature's importance through conflict. He believes humans do not connect with nature because dot dot dot, and you can go back to the poem for that one if you like, right? He uses our contact with blank to help illustrate this point. And that you can use, that would lead perfectly right into a quotation, whether about the sparrow, the birds of peace, etc. You can reread the poem if need be. Okay? I'm going to give you some time to get some of these notes for the second and third body paragraph. Go ahead and take that time now. My goodness, what a tune. Last one. Thinking about perspectives, point of view, and empathy. I think at this point we might be able to shop around a little bit. Where could point of view fit best? Where could empathy fit best? Take a moment and we're just going to listen to this music and look at the imagery that goes with the poem, the three poems, using this GIF. And we're going to take a moment and think, what poem could I talk about point of view a lot? Where could I use that word empathy, which means to understand what it's like to live in someone else's shoes? Keep watching. You don't need to pause the video, but let the music play and observe the GIF of the three combined poems. All right, so I'm feeling better already. Point of view we already used up here for Emily Dickinson, so we might use it again down here. This poem is from the point of view of humankind. Humankind, according to Dickinson, whoops, cannot, and I'll let you finish the poem there. Now, the word empathy, I think, works in just about all three. I think empathy works particularly well for Dunbar when you're using your explanation, right? This empathy for nature shows, right, understanding nature's profundity or importance when often people tend to ignore it is definitely what Paul Laurence Dunbar and these other two poets are interested in, right? How important nature is. So I hope this helped you get your essay off the ground. You're welcome to use this video on my YouTube channel, like and subscribe, so you have it for the rest of your lives. Enjoy.